Today, we're checking out the new 2026 ASUS ProArt PX13 GoPro Edition. They haven't released this specific model since 2024. So what's changed? So about a year ago, I made a video about the previous version of the ASUS ProArt PX13, and it quickly became one of my favorite 2-in-1 laptops. What you sacrifice in power compared to the ASUS ProArt P16 with a RTX 5090, you gain from the portability of this device. And in that video, I mentioned how much I love the form factor of this device, being able to flip it backwards as a 2-in-1 device. You know, you basically got the full package. You had so much power packed into a 13-inch laptop. And also the fact that it had a touchscreen and had stylus support. However, with all good things come with some bad. And the first thing I want to talk about is the terrible battery performance of the 2024 edition. I couldn't even get through an entire day of scripting content or even doing some light editing without this thing dying on me before the day ended. I also didn't like the fact that this thing only had a 60 Hz refresh rate because, you know, I like to play games. Even though this, 3, 2, 1, even though this laptop is made for creators, obviously if I'm paying this much money, you know, I want to have enough refresh rate to be able to game if I wanted the option to. And also, you know, what about the animators? What about the motion designers? I'm sure they would really appreciate 120 Hz for design. Another thing is the fact that it only has a micro SD card slot. And, you know, a lot of professionals, they like to use full frame cameras, and a lot of full frame cameras, you know, they use full-size SD card. So I want to see that in the future model of this device. And my biggest gripe about this specific model, it could be device specific though. This, I might have just gotten very unlucky with this personal model right here. Sometimes I try to click, it won't work. It has a faulty trackpad. It could be possibly because of the dial. That was my theory as to why the trackpad was having so many issues. But I still don't know to this day because I did a lot of troubleshooting with the ASUS team trying to figure out what could have possibly went wrong with this specific product, this specific device that I have right here in my hands. With that being said, about a few weeks ago, ASUS actually reached out to me with an opportunity to check out their latest ASUS and GoPro collaboration. All right, real quick, just wanted to interrupt the regular programming by giving you guys a better rundown of this device right here. So the new 2026 ProArt PX13 GoPro Edition is running the AMD Ryzen AI Max Plus 395 processor chip. With that being said, it does not have a dedicated graphics card, so it has the integrated AMD Radeon graphics with 128 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM. It also has a 1TB M.2 NVMe PCIe 4.2 SSD storage, and of course their 13.3-inch touchscreen OLED monitors, what they're known for, but it is a 60 Hz refresh rate monitor that goes up to around 400 to 500 nits HDR. And as for the price, it's coming in at $2,999.99, where you can purchase from the ASUS store online or from Best Buy currently. If you don't want the GoPro edition with 64 gigabytes of unified memory, you can get it for $2,799.99. But back to the video. And with that collaboration was their brand new 2026 ASUS ProArt PX13 with a collaboration between ProArt and GoPro. So when I received it, I was surprised to see how much came inside of the package. Huge thank you to ASUS as always for sending me a sample unit for me to review. So right out of the box, we actually have, wait, hold on. We've got some sort of carrying case, it seems like. They're coming with accessories with this collaboration. It's not just the laptop itself. We actually have a briefcase style carrying case for the laptop. I mean, GoPro is known to create products for rugged environments, so I'm assuming that's what they were going for. Carrying this around on your travels would allow you to explore without having to worry about your devices and your accessories becoming damaged. Also in the box was their brand new ASUS Pen 3.0 along with their ASUS Pen 3.0 charger. Oh, I absolutely love the weight on this thing. I can't wait to test it out on this device itself. It says designed by ASUS on the end. We've also got the charger that comes with this laptop. I guess all we have to do is just slip the pen inside of this. and it slips in magnetically. It charges through USB-C. Comes with a USB-C to USB-C cable underneath. And of course, you get their 200-watt proprietary charger for the laptop. Now, the laptop itself came in a very heavy-duty box with a ProArt GoPro Edition branding on it. Very sturdy with straps securing each side of the box. And now this is what you guys all came here for. This came in like a really rugged box, and it says ProArt GoPro Edition. And then we've got the model number, Explorer, and Creator. This is what this device is made for. All right, this thing, whoa, okay. This thing might actually be lighter than the other ProArt PX13. And that really showed me why I like ProArt products so much. They have so much attention to detail that stem all the way from their packaging to the product itself. So let's talk about the brand new 2026 ProArt PX13. Obviously, the first thing you notice is the vertical lines, the vertical detailing on top of the laptop, as well as the ProArt logo, as well as the GoPro logo that is branded on top of the lid of the laptop. This laptop also comes with a GoPro button on the 8th function button, which allow you to open up the GoPro app. And for those who are GoPro users, this will make it very, very convenient for you to just get straight into your files. If you haven't noticed already, there's the signature GoPro backlighting for the keyboard that you won't get on any other version of the PX13 if it's not their GoPro edition. What's also different in terms of details is that you actually have extra lines on the dial that's on the trackpad. On the bottom rubber feet of the laptop, you'll find blue specks that personify the GoPro edition. Also, following the theme of the GoPro edition, you'll find that all the input and output of this device is basically the same as the 2024 version. However, alongside this laptop, you'll find a bunch of horizontal lines that help you with the grip when you're holding onto this laptop. So this is the older ProArt and this is the newer ProArt. As you guys can see, there's ridges, and on this, it's more of a smoother surface. It's also very similar to the vertical lines that go across the lid of this laptop. So yeah, I mean, when you're out and about, you're not gonna accidentally let go of this device, which is very nice. It's a nice touch to the detail. So now that I've gone over the differences in the hardware, what about what's inside? So this is my first experience using a laptop that's running an AMD Ryzen AI Max Plus 395 chip. And I've had the chance to push this thing to its limits for the last week and a half. And let's just say this thing blew my expectations out of the water. I mean, this thing is running 128 gigabytes of unified memory. So in this scenario, there's no VRAM and RAM split anymore. It's basically all in one process. The technology is pretty comparable to Apple Silicon's M chips. On top of creative work, I spent a little bit of time gaming on this thing, especially playing Valorant. And I know Valorant is optimized for many devices, and even then, overall performance so far has been impressive on this thing, running about 500 FPS playing Valorant. Also, of course, I have it plugged in for maximum power output, and I have the graphics quality basically set on high just to see what it's capable of, and so far it's impressing me. The device also doesn't get as hot as it would on the older model of the ProArt, especially because of the fact that this doesn't have a dedicated GPU in it. Even without a dedicated GPU, some say that the performance of this device right here is actually comparable to an RTX 4090 graphics card. And I can see it. I can definitely see it, especially with the fact that my PC over there runs an RTX 4080. One more thing that I would also like to add in terms of gaming performance is the fact that it doesn't get as hot as the 2024 version or even my ROG Zephyrus G14 that has a dedicated GPU. It was pretty impressive that it didn't get too hot and it didn't get too uncomfortable on the hands while playing the game. Another thing that I also like about this laptop is the keyboard. It has a very nice and deep sound to it, and it's less clacky than the ROG Zephyrus G14 in comparison, and I honestly really like the deep sound that this thing gives off. It's also very comfortable to type on, and I see myself using this for hours on end without any finger fatigue. With that being said, let me go over the things that I don't like about this device. For this being a GoPro collaboration, I was actually expecting the screen to be a little bit brighter. This only goes up to 500 nits of brightness, and that's Pretty disappointing, especially with the fact that the G14 devices go up to 1000 and there's MacBooks that go up to 1600 nits of brightness. This only goes up to 500. For something where you're supposed to be outdoors, traveling, exploring, with the sunlight hitting your screen, it's gonna be extremely hard to see. You're gonna need to be able to go brighter than 500 nits. So I'm not too happy about that. The Lumina OLED that comes with this device is pretty good. However, I wish it came with the Lumina Pro OLED that has 120 Hz refresh rate, because I really thought after 2 years it was gonna get upgraded from 60 Hz refresh rate to 120 Hz. It's pretty disappointing, especially with how much you're gonna be spending on this device right here for creative work and possibly gaming. Overall, you're gonna be buying this for creative work because this is a device for creators specifically. But even then, for creatives who do animation and motion design, I'm sure they would really appreciate the 120 Hz like I mentioned before. With this specific device though, I haven't had any issues with the trackpad. Everything is perfect. Scrolling through the timeline using the dial pad and also just making small increment changes within my video editing has been super helpful with the dial as well. Now, another thing that I don't like about this device is the bottom firing speakers. With the ROG Zephyrus G14, the speakers are exceptional. And they're actually upward facing, and I'm not too sure why they couldn't fit that in this, but considering the fact that the PX13 is a very small device, that could be the main reason as to why they couldn't put the speakers up top. I'm also very disappointed they didn't upgrade to a full-size SD card slot, but I understand the design choice, especially because of the fact that it's a GoPro collaboration. With all that being said, this laptop right here is quickly becoming one of my favorite laptops. The fact that it's a 2-in-1 laptop, which allows me to be able to sign contracts or even draw out thumbnail concepts for my thumbnail designers to be able to send it out as a content creator. I think this device right here is pretty optimal for content creators who are constantly on the go. I mean, my goal on this channel has been to build the most optimal portable setup for traveling content creators, and I think this right here might be a very good solution if you guys are in the market for a brand new laptop. So there you guys have it. This right here is the brand new 2026 ASUS ProArt PX13 GoPro edition. Let me know if you guys want to see a day in the life video with this device right here and how the battery performance fares in comparison to the 2024 version. Because I did do a day in the life video with that specific model as well. So anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching this video, and let me know if you guys want to see a long-term review of this device as well.